Welcome to Caldwell Community College and Technical Institute's Session for Advisors on Academic Advising. When a student has submitted their plan, you will receive an email titled Map Review Requested. This email will come from Dennis Siegel. However, please note this email is automatically generated once the student submits their plan. You can identify the student by their student ID number, and also their name is listed at the very beginning of the email. Upon receipt of the notification, go to Portal. Scroll down, and on the right-hand side, click on Web Advisor Self-Service. Next, click on Web Advisor for Faculty, then Faculty Information, and lastly, Advisees. This is your list of assigned advisees. They will be listed in alphabetical order. However, if a student has submitted their plan for review, they will be moved to the top of your list. If the student has submitted their plan for review, that will be indicated by the icon underneath the Review Requested column. You will also see in the upper right-hand corner your notifications. In this example, I am being notified at least one of my advisees has requested a review of their academic plan. To search for a specific student, enter either their name or student ID number in the search box. To enter the student's record, click on View Details. Once in the student's record, confirm their program of study. Underneath the student's identifying information, you will then see notifications. Click on this box to see any notifications the student has. You will note this student has the notification of See Advisor before registering. If the student has other notifications, please remind the student of any additional holds, such as a business office hold, library hold, or anything else that may prevent them from registering. If the student has a hold for academic probation, academic warning, or academic suspension, after advising the student, please refer the students to Tanya Horn for the Hudson campus and Alan Johnson for the Watauga campus. An email should also be sent to either Tanya or Alan informing them of the academic hold. Once in the student's record, the first tab you will come to is Course Plan. Please use the Course Plan tab for only approving or denying courses after reviewing the student's timeline and progress tabs. Use the arrow buttons to choose additional semesters. To approve or deny a course, click on the box to the left of that course. Then click on either the Approve or Deny buttons. To approve or deny multiple courses at the same time, click on the button with the check mark to highlight all courses and then click on Approve or Deny. Next, click on the Timeline tab. Again, to scroll forward or backward, use the arrows. This tab should be used to see the sequence in which students have planned courses. Please take note of any prerequisites and the semester in which the course is planned to confirm the student is eligible to take the course and it is offered in that semester. You can also move courses the student has not already picked a specific section for by clicking on the left-hand side of the course and dragging it to another semester. You will then receive a notification at the top of the screen that you moved that course. In this example, I moved COM 231 to summer 2020. However, I know that English 111 is a requirement for taking COM 231. Therefore, I'm going to move COM 231 back to fall of 2020. Any changes I make in the timeline, I will make sure to later put a note in underneath the Notes tab to explain this to the student. The Progress tab should be utilized to make sure all the planned courses meet the requirements for the student's program of study and to review prior classes completed. At the beginning of each section, you will see the credit hours required to satisfy that section's requirements. In this example, you will see English 111 and English 112 both count towards the student's program of study and fulfill the requirements of this section as indicated by the words fully planned. You can also see the term in which the classes are planned and the credit hours for each class. You will also see that COM 231 meets the student's progress towards degree. You will see that this student has already taken Spanish 111 in fall of 2019 with the grade of A received. You will also see this student received 3 credit hours for completing Spanish 111. This is now indicated as 3 of 14 credit hours completed for this particular section. At the very bottom of the screen, you will see other courses. This includes any classes that have been taken or are planned that do not count towards the student's program of study. You will see that this student took Drafting 111 and the lab associated with it in fall of 2018, but they do not count towards this student's program of study. You will also see that they have Math 110 planned for fall of 2020, but it does not count towards their program of study either. As a result, I will deny Math 110 under the Course Plan tab and later add comments under the Notes tab. You will then see the thumbs down indicating this class has been denied. If approving a course, the course will be indicated by a thumbs up after hitting the approve button. Once all planned courses have been reviewed and either approved or denied, in the Course Plan tab, click on the Notes tab. I will then enter notes informing the student of any changes I made or any recommendations I have for their academic plan. After entering the note, make sure to click on the Save Note button. Keep any notes related only to the advising session. Once a note has been entered, you cannot edit it, nor can you delete it. Also, review any prior notes to see what has taken place in any prior advising sessions. If an academic improvement plan has been included, pay attention to the recommendations such as which classes to take and any restrictions for the maximum credit hours to be taken in any given semester. Click on the Review Complete button after entering your notes. The Review Complete button will send an automatic notification to the student informing them you have reviewed their plan. It will also advise them to sign into self-service and review any notes you have entered. If you are still communicating with the student about their plan, do not click on the Advisement Complete button at this time. Click on the Advisement Complete button only if the advising session has been completed and you will be requesting the NOREG flag to be ended. Clicking on the Advisement Complete button will send a separate email to the student informing them the advising session is over and their advising flag will be lifted. Once you have clicked on the Advising Complete button, be sure to end the NOREG flag. For more information on the Review Complete and Advisement Complete buttons, please review the video titled Self-Service, Notes, Review Complete, and Advisement Complete buttons. For more information on ending the NOREG flag, please see the video titled Ending the NOREG flag.